Uh, Bishop
Come on.
George, welcome today. And we're recording, and Bishop George is live with us in Kenya. Just say hello to everybody, Bishop George.
Yes, hello.
Okay, and what we're doing today, this is another session called Leadership in the Raw, because we are obsessed with faith, family, and making an impact. Today with my guest is Bishop Apostle George Uko. And there's Bishop George and his lovely wife. What is her name?
Her name is Maureen. She's Maureen.
Maureen. Okay. And she's lovely. I could not miss the opportunity to introduce her because
Wow.
when the world sees her, yes, they will say, wow. And you are a fortunate man. But so, no,
Amen. Amen.
now, Bishop George, please tell us where you live.
Yes, I'm Bishop George Oko. Just as you have said, I live in Kenya, in Africa, in a country called Kenya, in a small city situated along the western part of Kenya, along the shore of Lake Victoria, called Homa Bay. Homa Bay is a small town located along the shore of Lake Victoria. That is where I'm living, and that is where the Lord has positioned me to take charge of his flock.
Well, Lake Victoria, that's where the famous Victoria Falls are?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. I've just seen that on television. Gosh, that's pretty exciting, or very exciting.
Right.
And then what we're doing today is I wanted to make sure that people around the globe, and especially people in the US of A, understood what leadership is like in Kenya. And what church is this fairly typical of a church in Kenya?
Yes, the leadership in Kenya, especially for the church, man of God, it is of a lot of ups and downs, and it is of a lot of challenges in which maybe are not American guys are not conversant with. And I'm telling you that leadership in Kenya and leadership in Africa have quite a lot of challenges, and they have quite a lot of things, of ups and downs, in which it needs only men of God, those who can stand behind you for you to succeed and to make it be something good.
Well, and we talked earlier, and of course you and I talk every week on Fridays, that one of your challenges, I would like to talk about it, or I would actually like for you to talk about it specifically. One of your challenges is when you want to connect in the US of A, it's a technology challenge. Please share with people what we were talking about earlier.
Wow, for sure. In the line of technology, man of God, I just want to tell you that, Kenya is one of the countries which are still under development. They are developing countries. In technology, we are not all that up, man of God, and I can rate ourselves that we are even below 20% in terms of technology, because you can find that even connecting up the way we have just connected with you this morning,
right,
it is very, very much expensive from our side, and the more so for us
now,
to connect.
Bishop George, I want to interrupt you because I want people to know exactly, if you don't mind sharing, the cost of a connection for a meeting like this. What does it cost you?
The cost for the meeting like this, I have to buy for the bundle, and I have to buy for the data bundle, and for us to have a time like 30 minutes or 1 hour minutes with you with this live video, I will spend like $10, almost $10.
Okay,
it's
now
ranging from $5 to $10.
I need to ask you another question, and this might be personal, but okay, $10.
Yes.
For us to connect and create a video, and it involves your time, but also the money. how does $10 relate to income there? You don't need to share your income, but let's put it in perspective. Does it relate to a day's earning or a meal, or do you
Man of
understand
God,
my question?
yeah, I understand your question. Man of God, $10 is a huge money here in Kenya. And I'm telling you that even a day earning of someone cannot worth $10. $10 is something in which someone can work for even for 3 days here. So I can tell you.
Well, I'm
It
going to
is something
repeat that our connection today, your
yes.
valuable time, you spend $10, and that can be 3 days' wages. Is that what you said?
Yes, of someone.
Shoo. Now, I mean, I appreciate you so much. I didn't. And well, see what that does is I want to make it really clear to our partners that want to be involved, and they pray for us. And some people
Wow.
have money,
Mhm.
and I will not hesitate to say, help us be connected. And here's the amount of money it is, and it's up. It's almost, for some people, our connection this morning for maybe
Yes.
1 or 2 videos costs somebody 3 days' wages.
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure that our listeners understand that. Oh my, I appreciate Bishop George. I've been kind of harsh and mean. I really appreciate you. That's a bunch of money.
In fact, it's a bunch of money in which when you give someone $10, I'm telling you that person can even take care of his family and buy food, buy meal for the dinner, and buy breakfast for the following morning, and maybe lunch for the family. I'm telling you, it is a
Wow.
bunch of money.
Right. And then, but then, and you meet with us every Friday. I just want the world to know you meet with us every Friday, and others, and they spend that kind of money to develop leadership to spread the word of God. And
Mm,
it's a big sacrifice for you and others.
yes.
But this has been wow. I mean, that one piece of information, which I really didn't know,
Mhm.
is huge, and it's worth our time. And actually, I'm going to make sure that my friends and partners here know this. And it's not as though we're begging for money, but the point is the sacrifice you make just to participate is well beyond what anybody would believe.
Yes, the reason why I do sacrifice to that level, man of God, if I can put it
Please.
clear for you, is that by the time we started talking about natural discipleship, man of God, I felt that it was a topic which was having a content of shaping a leader to be a leader of tomorrow, to be a leader which can bring a change, and that is that is my art, and that is what I'm looking for. That is why I even shared with my wife Morina, and I said that I need to have a meeting with my brother Alvins and with
Right.
brother Geoffrey, all the way from United States. Even though it is expensive, but we will cut down our budget. We will cut down our budget so that I can manage to attend these meetings every Friday.
Wow. See, and Bishop George, I'm telling you, this is not staged, right? This is not scripted. We did not, we planned a topic, but we did not plan this conversation. So I am totally shocked. I am totally impressed with your sacrifice, as well as and I didn't even think about this. This is a sacrifice for your family.
Yeah, it is from my family, man of God. It is from my family, actually.
Wow. I mean, I guess I'm the host and I'm supposed to have another question, but I'm still in shock. But
Wow.
this is good news because people want to know this, and the people that can help need to know what they can do, because this is a very clear way in which a person could help if they choose to help. And of course they can. Wow, that's amazing. So any other thoughts on, or comments from you on technology leadership challenges? Because we'll end this video here in about 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So any additional thoughts from you, Bishop George?
My additional thought on that, man of God, technology, it is something which we are still a little bit low about it.
Right.
And technology can help us to reach someone who is far away distance, many miles away. Like now we are together in this meeting with you
Right.
while you are thousand miles away.
Yes.
Now technology has brought us together. If it was using air ticket to reach you, I would have spent thousands of dollars. But here I'm using like $10 to reach you and have this conversation with you. Man of God, in this line of technology, we surely need the help from brothers and sisters, those who are willing to support, so that we can reach out to people. On that line, man of God, I just want to put something clear.
Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah, yeah. Technology is expensive here,
Yes.
as well as traveling. The
Okay.
way connecting from one place to another. Like right now, for me to move from my home where I'm living to where the church is, man of God, one way I'm spending like $1. When I go back, like $20. $20 going and coming back because I'm using
Wow.
a motorbike
Okay.
for hire.
Well, and I have another question, and again, I didn't know we were going in this direction, but this is good.
Oh my God.
Um,
Hmm.
the printing materials. Tell
Yes.
me about. I need to know. I want to know what are the challenges when you get material and print them. And please be
Oh.
specific about time and money. I would. That's why we're having this call.
Yes. So about printing here, man of God, it is. I can say it is expensive. I don't know how it costs there, but here I want to say that one page like this in a paper of A4, for it to be printed out one page, it is being printed out at 20 Kenya shillings.
Okay.
20 Kenya shillings is equivalent to 2 cents.
Okay.
It is equivalent to 2 cents. That when it is printed in a colored form, not only black and white.
Right.
So
Okay.
if you want to print a bunch of papers, like maybe 100, for example, it will cost you 2,000 Kenya shillings, which is equivalent to $20.
Right.
That for 100 pages.
You know what? Frankly, when we scheduled this call and we just talked earlier about a list of topics, I had no idea we would go in this direction, as well as I'm being candid and from the heart. I had no idea of the difficulty and the expense. And these are things in the US of A we take for granted. We press a button,
Hmm.
it prints, my assistant goes to the printer and gets it,
Wow.
and there's no cost to me.
Wow.
Oh, wow is right. But I'm saying that, see, and that's why you and I need to continue these conversations to talk about differences in culture,
Oh
because
my God.
I, Bishop George, you and I have known each other a month or two, and I've not been able to talk to you one-to-one like this. And
Wow.
I almost everything you said today is brand new to me about the difficulties and the expense.
Hmm.
And of course, based on the difference in our cultures, if I didn't have a list of questions, I would never have thought to ask those questions. I mean, this
Wow.
this is an incredible, enlightening to me. It, it's enlightening, and frankly, for you and your other leaders, Danish and Kasim and others, I had no idea the huge financial and family sacrifices you were making just to be in the meetings.
Hmm.
Impressive. That's well, what we'll do is we're close to out of time, Bishop George, and so we'll end for today. And I welcome you. I am so appreciative that you spent the time and spent the money to join us today in what we're calling Leadership in the Raw. And trust me, when you get to know Bishop George is one of those rare people on the globe who is obsessed with faith, family, and making an impact. So Bishop George, we'll talk to you next time. Okay.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much.